So now we're going to let the little flowers, the little roses, dry a little. So we are going to work on our leaves. I think it was that one that I liked. So we're going to go for a light colour to start with. And we're just going to be loose with it again. And then we don't add any more colour on our brush, we just move the paint that's already on our page already. I'm just going to get some clean water. Okay. It's the beauty of watercolours, and even that rough shape brings in different shading. Yeah, this painting would be good for, we've got Mother's Day coming up very soon, so you could do this as a card for your mum, which I am sure she would appreciate. Okay. I'm not going to do too many leaves at the moment because we want to fit in some of our little flowers that I did in the bigger version. We can always add some more leaves as we go. So what colour shall we do our little flowers? Should we bring sort of maybe a yellow in? That could be fun. We could put a little one here. Ooh, let's go with clean. Now I did a swirl on the first one, but then I changed my mind and then just did a circle of colour, and then when that had dried I then put the circle in, which seemed to work a lot better. So let's stick with that. It doesn't matter if the colours run, It's all in the effect. Should we stick a little one in here? Where else? I think this is an old paintbrush, and the paint on the actual brush is starting to flake. But it's a good brush. Okay. Right, so what did I do next on my original? Okay. Let's fit a few more leaves in. There might be, oh, let's actually, because I did little leaves off the little flowers, so let's do that. Oh, a bit darker. Where else? Let's do some little ones here. Now you can do this on a A3 like I did to start with. It does look quite effective on the A3, because then you could get the black contrast in the back to sort of make it feel a bit more gothic maybe. But if you want it to be, you know, quite light, then you don't have to put a background in at all, or you could put a nice blue, you know, so then it's got a background, but you don't have to. Okay, right, so our roses should have flaky brush, look, should have dried enough for you to then put a layer of a darker red in there. So let's see if it'll work. Okay. I don't think that looks too bad. Just get a tiny bit of water. You don't want it to be too dry. And then where you've got your where it's quite open and free over here, you can, if you want, sort of give it a bit of stability so it is part of the rose if you want to, or you can be really abstract and not do that at all. It is totally up to you. This is where you are exploring your own style, you know, and different ways of painting, and you know, you could be as precise as you want to be, or as free as you want to be. With this, we are being as fluid as we feel. You know, maybe another day we will, you know, be very on point with our painting, but today we are being as fun as we like. Okay. And anyone can do this. You know, we're just building colour on colour. You know, anyone can do this. Yeah, the shape of the brush really does help. Yeah, because you can get these lovely points here. But yeah, it doesn't matter if you've just got a brush from Hobbycraft or from, I don't know, a pound shop. Yeah, they all work the same. Yeah, some are better quality than others, but you know, may not last as long as you want them to. But you know, as you get better and more confident, that's when you can go out and treat yourself to good brushes. But mine aren't, I think these ones are from the range, and then I've got some from various places. I think I put on my social media about some that I bought from, oh, where did I get them from? I think it was Home Bargains. They seem to be all right. Do get a couple of brush brush fibres going astray, but other than that they seem okay. And they were £1.99 for a pack of 12, so yeah. And you can pick up a watercolour set either from, you know, online or from Poundland, Hobbycraft, anywhere. Okay, so we've done our sort of I can't say it, outlining our roses a bit more. And it just leaves a bit more of an effect. And you know, we've got these lovely different colours of red, different gradients of red, you know, and the pink and the purple all goes really nice, I think. Okay, so with our little yellow posies, let's go to the orange, and I'm just going to go round in circles like that. Nice and, oops, nice and simple. And you can turn your painting around as well if you want to. So this is just the tip of my paintbrush and then going round. So tip, just like that. Pretty. Okay, so now we can leave those. I think that's all I did on the last ones, but I did them a purple lilac colour. So now our leaves are slightly dry. We can then get on with working on our leaves. So I am going to have a bit of my drink. And then we'll work on our leaves. There we go. Right, I am gonna, this one is my absolute favourite brush. I don't think it's got a crafter's choice on it. I have Royal, I think that says Lang Nickel. You can hopefully see that. I don't know if my phone is letting you see it, but there we go. But I think my daughter, this was my daughter's paintbrush, and it is has appeared in my my craft room. Right, so I very often test the colours on my hand. Don't know why, just do. So I am just going to check that we're all in view. Let's move those over a bit. There we go. Okay, right. So on this bit, I'm just going to go around the edges. A bit brighter than my other one. And then I'm just going to use my clean brush. And it's gone into the flower a bit there. I'm only going to do the light green at the moment. I'm going to turn the painting around. It just gives the leaves a bit more contrast. Now when you're painting with watercolour, you can also have tissue so that you can dab if you want to. Now where I've said about different shops that you can buy your equipment from, I am not affiliated with anyone. They are just places that I have picked up equipment and supplies. But yeah, you've got quite a few places that you can choose from in the UK. You know, we do have online as well, but you know, would be nice to be able to support a local art shop if you have one, because, you know, we've got to support local. But unfortunately, where I am in the UK, we don't have any sort of independent art shops anymore. We used to a long time ago, when I was a kid, but now these small little art shops are a dying breed, unfortunately. But maybe one day they will come back. Now look what I've done here. You know, where I've done the veins of the leaf is, you know, the colours are all bleeding into it, which is another good effect, which I'm not going to grumble at. If you can hear a squeak, that is my cat Lilith. She doesn't want to come in, she just wants to make herself known, but she does a little tiny squeak. Very quiet little cat. Big purrs, tiny voice. Okay, there we go. Oh, I've missed one. Got this one down here. So, you know, we're not being careful at all with this. We're experimenting. And you know what? If you don't like your painting at the end, you know, you can use it for scrapbooking. You know, you can use it for a background in your scrapbook. You can use it in a, I don't know, in a card. You can rip it. You can, you know, don't waste it. And if you really don't like it, put it in the recycling so it can be recycled. But I can't see why you wouldn't cherish your endeavours to paint. You know, it's, you keep it to then see how you progress. Okay, move that out of the way. Okay, I'm just going to do these in a dark green. I've decided to do the outline first and then come in and do the veins after. I think that's the best option for me anyway. Might not be for you. You find your way yourself. I'm just giving you an idea for you to then explore. And I'm going to put a picture of these on my Instagram, so, and my Facebook, and then if you want to, give it a try, and I would love you to post a picture of your version in the comments, because I want to see what you've tried. You know, I want to see how many people do give it a try. And every piece that you show me will be amazing. I'm sure art is in the eye of the beholder, whatever that means. I just think it means that we all see art in different ways. You know, there might be something that you absolutely love and I really, it's not my style, or it's not what I like, but you may like it. You know, I've seen artists, you know, friends that are artists, and you know what, their art is not my taste at all, but do you know what, they're selling their art, they're making a living from their art, and do you know what, fair play to them. You know, gosh, if you can make a living out of your passion, you do that, because it's a no-brainer. If you're doing what you love, then oh, just amazing, honestly. I would love if someone loved my art and bought it. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. To be honest, I've only really got back into it. You know, because having family, you know, having little ones, and then looking after little ones, and now my little ones are big ones. Children I'm talking about. Yeah, so now I can explore my art, make a mess everywhere. I am sure my lovely children will say, "Mum, it's time to tidy your room." And I'll go, "No." Like they used to. Actually, they didn't. They did tidy their rooms. I was probably the messier one than they were, to be honest. So but an artist is never tidy. We're not tidy people, and if you are, you're a different breed of artist. It's not a bad thing. I am just not organised at all. Organised chaos. Right, so there we go. Now I'm going to go back and do the veins of my leaves. Okay, just like that. A famous person said, if you remember who it was, put it in the comments. I cannot remember his name, but he used to wear a funny hat. So if you remember, yeah, what was it? A fez? I think it used to be called, it was called, or is called. Yeah. If you know who I'm talking about, put the name of that person in the comments. And then I know how far you got in the video. So we're getting there, look. Quite pleased with this one. Oh, gone over, but it doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter.